Alright, this is Stone Face Reactions. We're back with another summertime render. I think we've done the joke 6 times now, so I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, I think we've beaten it good enough. We're alright.
Last time, we experienced the new day through, I don't know her name's eyes. It's just enough to keep track of what's going on in the story, let alone knowing people's names.
Yeah, names are still really hard for me to follow in this one, but
Oh, her and the old guy, the hunter. We
yeah, I
experienced
know
the
I
day
know
through
her,
them.
like, I think her last name is Ryunosuke or something like that, but
Well,
whatever.
apparently she's from the island. She knew these people. She's a famous. She's not famous. She's a known author. And she's weird. She also defends the father at some point during the day when Shadow version of him was going to ambush them in the bathroom. We have the hunter guy out there doing actionable content like sniping people's shadows. So apparently she can see them and recognize that they're shadows.
Yeah.
And he is just sniping people's shadows.
Yeah.
And when I say shadows, I mean the thing you leave behind you when the
Not on
sun
the
is
floor.
above you. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not sniping people he thinks are shadows. He's sniping people's shadows to see if they are themselves shadows.
The shadows of the shadows.
Well, yeah, he's trying to shadow.
I guess, like, the shadow on the like, cast by the light, that's, like, their real body, I guess, and the one that they've been throwing around is... It's kind of like an anglerfish sort of scenario, you know?
Well, he's also shooting regular people's shadows. Not just the shadows of shadows.
Yeah.
He is shadowing shadows, though.
Yeah. I like, my brain, like, lagged on that one, yeah.
It's one of those sentences that you can make all with one word. I can't think of an example. But when the word has enough definitions, it could be used in different ways. Shadowing shadows.
My favorite word is one of those.
I was saying shadowing shadows. Makes sense only in this one context, but is a sentence of one word. And we also got the ReZero type of moment where the main character had somebody he can finally tell that they're reliving. Well, I guess he's already had that moment once. ReZero only had the moment once because, you know, he had the whole thing where he goes to tell somebody and he immediately gets tortured.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, he told them once before, and in that timeline, died. So he could try and tell them again just fine. But I guess he also has the problem now that he knows that if he tells somebody and the shadows find out, they'll try and stop him from dying.
Yeah. He's in a really rough situation right now.
Well, he's in video game logic mode where the shadows know that they have no continues.
Yeah. But your boy's got as many lives as there are mushrooms, you know?
Well, we don't know that either, though. I think that specifically was brought up.
He does have a number between whenever he respawns, which is always later, and the end of the second day.
Well, I think it was also brought up that they don't know how many he's got.
Yeah.
How long this will work.
There's some kind of number, and each time that he respawns, he spawns closer to the end time.
Well, I mean, in different context to that. I mean, that is itself a time limit, but it's not a limit to the number of times.
No, I know. What I'm saying is, there's no exact measure for how much time is lost, right? So what I'm saying is, I'm agreeing with you, as in we don't know.
Right.
The intervals keep getting shorter.
I'm just trying to define terms that these are two different vectors of problem that the main character has.
Yeah, I just totally wanted to make sure that you knew I was on the right page. I was just explaining it weird.
Yeah, no, this is why I harp for 5 minutes on the same subject when we agree. It's just to ensure that we both understand.
Just to make sure we actually agree with each other, because it's, like, weird.
No, I hear what you're saying, but just to verify that the words that you're saying are accurate.
Like, I know you're saying 2 + 2 = 4, but I'm just making sure that you know that
I just want you to understand that when you add 1 and 1 together, and then add another 1 and 1 together,
yeah, exactly.
that does equal 4.
That is really just like the two different ways our brains work. Like, you're 2 + 2, and I'm 1 + 1.
Look, when I break
Plus 1 + 1.
the arms off of a gingerbread man's body, that way that we all commonly do math.
Oh man, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a reference to Spy X Family episode 7.
We just got done, yeah. Well, I mean, do you have anything else to say about what you think is coming, or?
No, but I really want to get into it because this is like still my #1 spot this season.
#1 show of the season for me.
I've noticed that in the anime poll that you and I follow too, it's what 3 weeks in a row at #1, 4.
Is it the last one I linked? I think it was near the top. I don't remember it was #1 there.
Yeah, let me go check it right now. It should be near the top of their page.
I mean, it bodes well because they're ahead of us. So
yeah,
there's not an unexpected dip.
Yep, as of June 19th to their polls, it's 2 weeks in a row at #1.
Yeah, which just means that coming up, there's not like an unexpected reveal that ruins the show.
Yeah.
That's the horror of looking at that, knowing that we're 3 or 4 weeks behind on the show. Is that if it suddenly drops down, either A, the show is over and there's a new hit out, or B, the end reveal was so bad, people stopped liking the show retrospectively.
Right. I hate when I love something in the moment and I start hating it later. Like, I just realized, like, oh man, that kind of sucked.
Well, they can't take away the enjoyment that you had. Only
No.
you can do that.
Definitely.
But yeah, if we're ready to go.
Yes, I'm very ready.
Let's watch it.
君は今日7月22日を体験するのが初めてではない。何回も繰り返しているのではなかろうか。つまり君はタイムトラベラーだ。はい。なるほど。
You know, if you just introduce yourself that way to everybody, you might get right once. You know, like, hi, my name's Michael. You must be a time traveler. Just in case, right? Just in case the one time.
Is this a little girl? They just keep going back to this girl in this scene.
Well, we've never actually seen her kill her family. I've inferred
I know,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we just keep getting more details about this one thing.
Well, I mean, like I said, that I kept harping on it before, is I feel like I got all the details I needed.
Right.
There was so much you could infer.
More at us that, like, I didn't need. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, again, we've never seen what she's been up to. We know what she did to the family. But beyond that, there's no clue as what she's actually doing. And I guess we just saw that she's drawing pictures in a book. Because we already know she's changed. She's a shadow. So it's not like real her. Unless real her never went to the funeral. Because we also know that they can just exist without killing the real ones yet.
They can just do whatever they fucking want.
Well, they can exist, but they won't have up-to-date memories. And I guess if your goal is infiltration first, then you don't need up-to-date memories of a little girl, because what are you going to get?
Not a whole lot. She's probably only got like 2 years of memories herself.
It's not going to be vital, but you can still move around and not be expected. That was a lot of information for just 3 times? 4 times?
沼男は実話だ。これに出てくるスワンプマンは影にそっくりだし、主人公の名前は先生の本名と同じ。
私は14年前、この島である影と出会い、そいつに家族を殺された。
So they've been around for 14
その
years?
体験こそが君を信じる。
Well, you remember the island has a legend about a fisher god. It was only brought up like once, but apparently it's very important.
もし君に
True.
君がコピーされ
And I think the fisher gods thing is only comes around every so often.
影は家族を狙うさけな。いずれもこの島に帰ってきたら狙われる運命なんや。
家族。そうか。だから牛をやめよう。そして俺も狙われんのか。いや、待てよ。じゃあアランは。
心配ない。
Was Alan targeted because he confessed his love and the shadows think that's marriage, basically?
I hope so.
影の病にかかっても生まれた影を殺せたらもう一生。
Oh, awesome.
つまり一度自分の。
So it's like a game of Highlander, but with clones.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, sure. This is your shorthand of I've never watched Highlander.
You know, you're just really good at picking up on those subtle context clues.
それも言えんが、君を助けに来た。それだけは確かだ。私のことは信じない方がいいかもしれんがな。
あ、いえ、そんな。
In fairness, I don't think that we have any,
リミットはあと54時間です。夏祭りの終わりにみんなが。
we don't have any knowledge that these two aren't themselves shadows either.
こいつが全ての影を操っていたように感じました。
But granted, they're not doing
The old
shadow
man and the
things.
woman?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, no, we have evidence our main boy isn't.
さっきの君
Yeah, no, I mean, clearly they're killing shadows and whatnot, but other traitor shadow girl is also doing weird stuff.
だがその前に片付けるべき問題がある。
小早川家ですね。失敗しますよ。このままやったら。
何やて。
俺は見てきました。24日、あの境内にしおりの影がいたんです。
つまり私は今日、しおりを葬り損なうというわけか。
はい。だから俺も一緒に行かせてください。
Right, but she's already killed her family.
それに最悪また失敗したとしても、その理由を知っておきたい。
いいだろう。
Oh, you think that's why he couldn't find her last time? Because she was out hunting the little girl and already failed?
Probably, yeah, that would make sense.
ずっとなんか聞いてるみたいで。
あいつにはヒズルの時の記憶がないさき。
了解、お姉ちゃん。
中でもここ桃山町特産の荒川の桃は全国的に高い評価を得ているブランド桃で、今がまさに旬なんです。
ヒズ
They should be dead already.
ル。いや、すまない。せっかくなのでお土産を渡しとこうと思ってな。
かめへんのにそんな。入ってもろて。あ、どうぞ上がって。
では失礼。
旦那の達夫と娘のしおり。
So they can communicate telepathically.
悪いな、朝子。ここで荷物を開けても。
See, they just keep getting more
Yeah,
powers.
okay, they are dead already. I just wanted to verify. I was very confused.
もしかしてです。
It's like they died in the morning, so...
先生は二重人格なんですね。
That was brutal.
すぐにおいとまいたします。
This is the best fucking show of the season.
影の本体は平面。立体への攻撃はダメージを与え
The
られない。
desire to play the song Sledgehammer.
僕を見ているのは。
There's some like Metal Gear ass music right now
影の
too.
殺し方を知っていることがバレたら警戒して近づいてこなくなる。殺すなら同時がベスト。釣れたのは一匹だけか。
二重人格なんでそうなる。
先生がつぶやいた言葉です。君は弟に会ったのか。あれってつまり。
当たらずとも遠からじっちゅうとこやな。
ほんまに先生一人で大丈夫なんですか。
わしらはここで待つ。龍之介には影と戦うだけの力がある。
龍
Ryunosuke is a man name. That's a male name. Okay, this music went from Metal Gear to Nier. I'm fucking with this.
That's weird. That's a new thing. Yeah, she dies tomorrow, that's right.
あれが龍之介。ネズさん、その龍之介さんについて教えてもらえませんか？
まあ調べりゃすぐ分かってまうことか。ひずるには双子の弟がおったんや。それが龍之介や。14年前、鷹の巣山であいつの死体が見つかった。ひずるの悲鳴を聞いて、わしが駆けつけた。ひどいありさまやった。
パパ、ママ、嘘や。なんで殺したん？
食われとったんや。
So yeah, what was the plan there from a shadow perspective? That this psychopath...
trying to play possum there.
Yeah, but a psychopath came into my house and killed my parents. I better play off scared little girl that a psychopath wouldn't kill.
外した。いや、手応えはあった。
せやけどひずるの言うことら誰も信じやんかった。遺体はその日に焼かれてしもた。
ネズさん、それって牛尾と。
ああ、よう似とるやろ。すべては繋がってるんかもしらん。この島に救う化け物。わしはこの島から影を一匹残らず駆除しよう思とる。命をかけてな。お前にもその覚悟があんのか、新平。
はい。
I have several times.
あなた危険。私らの殺し方知ってる。あの裏切り者の仲間。それにパパとママの動き目でおったな。影より早く動けるとか。あなたほんまに人間？コピーして奥の影を埋めば、そしてそいつに聞けば。生意気。そうやね。そうすらよ。お前を殺してからな。
The shadow's being cast on her own body, Jesus.
Yeah, I wasn't really picking that up because it's hard to follow where her shadow was. On top of her black outfit, on top of the burnt corpse on the floor.
I didn't realize it until I saw her stab herself, and then I realized that the lights are above head, so there would be shadow there. So like what? Her brother's shadow lives inside her body?
Oh, I thought we were going for a transgender thing that she...
No, there was a twin.
You know, I'm saying that the brother had surgery to look like the sister.
Wait, did I miss that?
No, I just think we're picking up two different angles.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, my attention slipped a tiny bit during that explanation. So I could have totally missed a major detail there.
I don't think they explained any of that at all. I think you picked up on male names versus female names in Japanese society, and it could.
Yeah, and then they started talking about the fact that she had a twin brother with that name.
Yeah, I mean, it entirely could be a psyche thing. It could be a shadow thing. It could.
Yeah, I think I missed that. I might have to go and like check it later.
I mean, it could be a 7 thing. It could be crazy.
人間一人の情報をスキャンするのには結構労力がかかるってことのようですね。僕がその一瞬を見逃すと思いますか？あなたが僕をコピーしようとした瞬間、あなたを殺します。今度こそね。
つまらん。
Yeah, because the moment they try to copy them, it's a flash of light. So we should expose a shadow.
Yeah.
バイバイ。
Bye bye.
Plan B じゃ。3本目が。
Common Hollywood misconception. Nail guns are not that strong. You have to push the nail gun up against the thing that you want to nail. Otherwise, it doesn't work like that.
Yo, this boy.
秘書員じゃ話すよボケ。
お前が牛を殺したか。
もういい。離れろ、新平。
I can't. Her teeth are in my bones.
一つ動かせんやんさき。一本でも二本でもあかん。そうやって三箇所影をぶっ刺せたらよ。奴らはその場に縫い止められる。つまり捕獲できるっちゅうこっちゃ。
Okay.
捕獲。
Also, I doubt the nail gun would puncture concrete. Throwing that out there as well.
Yeah, probably not.
しおりを捕まえられるなんて。これで未来が変わる。
Sorry, I just have to challenge the realism of the show is all.
これは新発見ですよ、新平さん。おかげで逃がさなかった。
Also, the normal anime thing of, why is this street so empty?
Right?
Hey, those three people are
this
assaulting
one-
this little girl!
To be fair, at least in this show you can justify it with the tiny population in the Big Island.
Right, but we also know it's a big tourist season, and thousands of people are coming to the island right now.
Yeah.
何かが違う。
まずはさっきの新平さんの質問に答えてもらいたいですね。お前が小舟牛を殺し、その影を生み出したのか。
ああ、牛お姉ちゃんな。うん、殺したよ。私が首絞めて殺した。
Well, it's like we thought.
No, she's
殺したって。
not telling the truth.
なんで。
Yeah, but
なんで牛を。
the thing is that her lie follows information that we have
Yes,
that he doesn't exactly have.
I know.
So it doesn't make sense for her to lie in that way.
I think she's being spiteful.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. It's not a lie.
おしまいやな。
She's just rubbing it in.
せやから
That would make sense
帰るんです。家族で帰るんです。
なんやと。一体何の話をしてる。
そんなに怖がらんといてください。新平さん、勘違いしてますよ。人間の私は確かに影に殺されたけど、影は私を完璧にコピーしたんですよ。体も心も記憶も。だから私は小早川しおり。ただ生まれ変わっただけですよ。
嘘をつくな。
Oh, yeah. Ship of Theseus, but with people.
その家族も。お前が殺したんやろが。
I guess it's also the transporter argument from Star Trek.
I got the Theseus, the ship reference actually, so that was good.
ね、私のお兄ちゃんになってよ。
Except it doesn't really apply because you're not just them. You're them plus everything else.
Yeah.
I don't think that little girl's mother could turn into a shadow monster after her head had been knocked off her body. That makes her...
Shinpei and the cooler Shinpei.
It's an it scenario, right? The it creature knows you, has your memories,
Yeah.
pretends to be you. Then it rips its own head off and scuttles away like an insane alien spider. It's
Oh,
you
yeah.
plus shit you wouldn't want.
妙なことも言うとったな。家族で帰るとかなんとか。
コピーが本物の人間と同じように振る舞うなんて。
生まれ変わった言うとったな。
完璧なコピーはオリジナルと何が違うのか。これは沼男のテーマでしたね。龍之介さん、あなたの考えは？
二重人格ってとこまでは言うちゃる。
Okay, so it is
そうですか。
a psyche
で
split.
は初めましてですね。南方龍
A
之介
psyche
です。
a psyche split caused by the trauma of the death of her brother.
確認
Got
です
it.
が、小説を書かれているのは龍之介さん？
ああ、いえいえ。書いてるのは姉です。僕に文才はありません。僕が表に出るのは姉が嫌いな人付き合いや取材を受けたりだとかの時だけで。新平さんって姉の本を読んだことあるんですね。
いや、あれどころか。
こいつオタクや、ナグモオタク。
おや、そうなんですか？そんな話はレコーダーに入ってなかったな。きっと姉の照れ隠しです。
先生、何やってんですか？
I guess it also explains the weird recording she does on the phone.
勘違いし
Or I guess he does.
It-
They do on the phone.
私は別に照れていないし、
It
故に隠
explains
してもいない。
how she could be from the island but never have eaten that popular food.
大丈夫かおい。
大丈夫じゃない、声が貧弱だ。
髪をほどくとひずるさんに戻るのか。
影の姿と言葉に心を動かすな、網代新平。今後奴らが友人や家族、愛する者の姿で現れたとしてもためらってはならん。コピーとオリジナルの同一性について哲学するのは全てが終わってからでよい。小早川家は手遅れだった。だが君はまだ間に合うのだぞ。
You actually might be, because you're not home right now. And we know that Mio is standing outside of your house. Yeah, right there.
わしらは時間まで
How did you get there so fast? I mean, is Mio is either in her shadow right now, or you've scared off Shadow Mio by standing there in the road. And you still have to save the cop who's going to appear here in a minute or two.
ただいま。ごめんみよ、遅なった。
おかえりし。
Yep, told you. You were already fucking too late.
嘘だろ。
Oh, son of a bitch.
The bait.
The
Go
thing
step on her
is,
shadow.
he was standing there. He had a perfect point of view. No reason to be fooled like us.
家族に鶏肉あったから炒めよう思って。
あ、これ危ない。おかしい。今までミオが料理するなんて展開は一度もなかったのに。なんでこんな。
Wait, if she's never tried to cook before. In the last 3 or 4 incarnations.
なんか疲れたらなって。
そっか。
Why are things happening differently now?
あとは任しとけ。
Still might be Shadow Mio.
Well, the thing here is, remember when the little girl Shadow telepathically communicated with the mom Shadow? It's possible they have a very long network for that.
Yeah, they were just standing on each other's shadows. So, that
Oh,
was,
they were?
yeah. They focused down on it, and that's what he said. Oh, thank goodness
Okay.
it's not. Because
I
they
don't know
said,
why, but I like looked at you to like talk to you there
oh,
instead of just talking, so I missed that.
yeah, no, their shadows like merged into one. And that's something pointedly their shadows don't do, is that they try to avoid contact with anything else. That's why he said, oh, thank goodness she's
Well, we
not a
don't know
shadow.
if they try to avoid contact with other shadows, do we? Have we seen that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the whole basis of shooting them with a gun and everything, is that they try to split around anything else, including other shadows.
Oh,
Gray? I don't know what that... Oh, he was...
he was saying, "Are you that hungry?" But
Oh.
like he was mid-word.
Sorry. I
It's okay.
decided to look down to think.
It's all right. We got each other's back for this.
So yeah, no, it's weird then. Because this being the real Mio, why she decided to cook all of a sudden when every other incarnation of the timeline she hasn't.
Hmm.
Well, at the same time though, he hasn't been home before dinner. She could have been trying. All we know is that she goes and takes a shower. And if onion scent makes her cry, maybe she takes a shower before dinner after having cooked. At which point, that puts the timeline as when Mio is now should be outside standing in the street. Although, yeah, what's her name? The sister that's dead.
Ushio.
Ushio was never in the house. So I guess the Shadow Telepathic Contact Network is the only thing that can be explained, because now she's doing things weird.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's an illusion, or not illusion, delusion.
I'm not even sure what to think at this point.
A lot of things are changing. Like, we're getting forward momentum, but we're also getting new knowledge. Next episode is where he starts living the day backwards and tattooing things to his body. Oh, jeez. There's a lot to break down.
The series really be doing that.
So, his name has a mental breakdown 14 years ago when the Shadows killed killed her brother, and no one believed her. So she has a mental breakdown where she creates a second psyche that is her brother, that she uses to escape situations that she isn't comfortable with. So we have that going on. Still don't really know what the backstory is of the hunter.
No, we just know that he's in it.
Well,
he's here and he's ready.
I assume that he has some sort of powerful backstory because he's already given the "I vowed to kill them even if it means my own life" thing, which means that he has some sort of strong presence of mind to get it done. Probably, I'm gonna guess that they killed his entire family, because as they already said this episode, they go after entire families.
Yeah.
Stop looking at your One Piece character. You gotta join me here in the conversation.
No, dude, this is no fucking. No, like just speaking generally, this show is so fucking good about just gradually just piecing things together. Like we're seeing all these events happen, and how like the little things that he does when he goes back and fucking messes with them change, and then how those changes have been interacting with what we know happens and changing those events in ways that are crazy, like taking out the Kobayashi family in this one, or like small ways like, oh well, Mio didn't see you today, so she made you dinner because you were sad, you know.
Well, they met earlier in the day.
Yeah, they met earlier in the day, but like he wasn't like home or doing anything. Like he wasn't around her like he normally is on that day.
I think he's still. I don't remember him doing anything different that we've seen, because all we ever see.
Well, this is the first day, and this is the day that he went and found her immediately and organized everything with the guy. This is the most different.
No. Go back before then. The most that we've ever seen them hang out before the, hey, here's the reveal of the time travel stuff, was running into her on the dock and then going to the funeral, and that was it. And other than that, I think they've still done the same stuff.
No, because after the funeral, they spent the evening together, and that's when he found out the other meeting. They went home and had dinner and all that stuff after the funeral.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about before, is that we don't know.
The whole day together.
Well, we don't. As I was saying before, is that we don't know what happens after they get home, because all we've seen is the dinner. We never see who cooks it. Well, never mind. I think the dad cooks it.
I think so. Yeah.
Because as we covered before, the dad is a chef.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's like trying to remember. It's Groundhog's Day, right? We're Groundhog's Daying it. And that, instead of doing different things every day, is a situation where we've done the same thing a number of times, and now we're trying to tell the difference between the days where the same thing happened and the days where different things happened. And at some point, you're going to start forgetting. And, like, apparently, our man here is I can't remember what it's called, where you have instant recollection of everything. Like a photographic memory.
Yeah, I think it's called eidetic memory.
Yeah, eidetic memory. He has eidetic memory because he handed him. I'm sorry, I don't know how to refer to a psyche broken person.
So I don't know. When the hair's back, it's boy. When the hair's
right. But during the initial conversation, were you paying attention to the hair to remember?
Yeah, I was not.
Yeah. So
just say them. Just say them if you're not.
He handed them a paper that had an entire breakdown per hour of events that happened. So our man here has some sort of eidetic memory about the day.
Yeah.
To the point where he could break down a split reality time travel Groundhog's Day event on a single sheet front side notebook paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I couldn't do that right now.
No,
about
I barely remember
today in my life.
Yeah, I barely remember most of the events of last night after I got home. It was my life's a blur.
Oh, see, I could actually do that because I literally had a moment last night where I looked at a clock and said, okay, 7 o'clock I'm going to do this, 8 o'clock I'm going to do this, and repeated it to myself a number of times. Even as I was... I did it. No, it was like chores related shit. I was trying to piece it together through recreational activities that I was trying to also get done at the same time. But only in that one scenario where I, for some reason, decided to repeat out loud the times to myself and things I plan to get done, which we've seen he has not done. He has been stumbling from event to event.
He kind of has, and honestly, I kind of like that for his character because that's kind of who he is, and now he has the people who do the heaviest lifting for him. And he just kind of has to be the guy that has the info they use. Which is an interesting role for a protagonist, to be sort of like the tactician who is at the back. You know, it's very Log Horizon, like Shootaway.
Yeah, because he has the information from point 0 to end point.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So this is an interesting role for a main protagonist to be taking.
Well, I mean, except though that he can't predict any changes.
No,
I can tell you what I've
used the information that he has.
Yeah, I can tell you what happens if you do this. Otherwise, I don't know what happens if you do that.
Right. Which honestly, that's still information they wouldn't have had otherwise. It's helpful.
Well, yeah, that's why them doesn't work in a plural situation because you just never think I'm talking about everybody. That's why they is wanting to do things dangerously, so just to find out what goes wrong. That's why they wouldn't let him into the building during the fight with the little girl, because she wants to know what goes wrong during the fight that lets the little girl get away. Well, because my assumption there was, okay, she'll just tell him, and if he dies again, he has the information that he can then share.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're playing on a let's play to lose so that when we do lose, we don't lose again.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have, like, too much more. I think at this point I'm at a point where I the viewer, I feel like I just have enough information. And I just want to see everything play out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're riding it.
Exactly.
It's not like the early episodes where, what's going on? Let's piece it all together. Yeah. We got the outline of the puzzle, and we've already been putting pieces in the middle and forming like little grids of these all fit together, but I haven't fit them together into the puzzle yet.
That's actually a perfect analogy for kind of where we are at the series. That's actually really accurate.
Yeah, we're on the flow now. We just don't have the the end in sight. And we're only 5 episodes away.
Wow, we are.
Assuming this doesn't turn into a 13 episoder with a post wrap up thing. Like I heard Kaguya-sama is getting a 13th episode, which makes me super worried that this is the end of the series.
Oh gosh. Is that one very popular?
Is Kaguya-sama very popular?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
She's one of the top girls of the season.
Cool.
I believe, what's his name? Shiro? I can't remember the president's name because we just call him president. I think he's one of the top boys. Well, actually, the other guy, the black-haired guy, I also can't remember his name, is also on the top boys list. Actually, there's 2 top girls on the top girls list from Kaguya-sama, and 2 top boys on that list too.
Oh wow, impressive.
Well, it's a romance comedy.
Okay, that's fair. Rom-coms are kind of all about the characters.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to be the season where one of them makes the other one profess they love them, so...
Whoa, in an anime? You sure?
Well, that's the entire basis of Love is War, is that you lose if you're the one that professes your love, so 3 seasons in...
I lose so fast. I'm such a fucking dweeb.
It's so known that they both love each other. It's just at the point now, where, like literally the last episode that I watched, the president has just informed her that he's going to skip a grade to study at Stanford abroad. So he won't be around for the final year of school.
Wow. Man got into Stanford.
Yeah, she's like super talented, like genetically, say, like she's good at basically everything she does. She comes from like the top family, and basically trained to do everything, not allowed to socially interact, all that stuff. And he is a guy who, if he drinks decaf, will pass out during the day because he's got like raccoon eyes all the time. He is hard work personified.
Okay.
That's what he does to keep up.
Got you.
That's why he's the president and she's vice president.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'd recommend it. Hell, if there's a 4th season, if it ever comes up on our thing, I'll put it at number 1.
Could take a look.
But yeah, I guess if you have no further thoughts, and I've got...
I don't think I have anything for summertime render anymore. I think I just want to see everything play out at this point.
Yeah.
I have enough info, and whatever else we get along here is just whatever blank being filled in.
Yeah,
I'm just ready to see the execution of the story now.
The tidal wave has been cresting. We've been building up to its
I think we're definitely about to hit the peak within the next couple episodes.
Yeah, we're just riding it down now.
Very excited.
Alright, well, this has been Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, or whatever.
You sure are.
Yeah, and this is Shy. We'll catch you next time. Waving with the wrong hand.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?